at Avalon Harbor on Catalina Island just before the sunrise to ensure we had enough time to navigate the busy San Diego harbor. We have approximately 70 nautical miles to cover to arrive to San Diego, and another 8 to 10 nautical miles to go before we arrive in the sheltered anchorage of Glorieta Bay. We needed approximately 12 hours to be able to set the anchor just prior to sunset.
Over here, it's not too late for these, I think it's whales over here. Well, I'm not sure what that is exploding in the ocean right there. Maybe it's a submarine getting ready to rise. Hey Carla, what is that?
It's fish.
It's fish. Fish jumping.
Lots of fish jumping.
Lots of fish jumping. Anyway, so we're heading over to San Diego. We are motoring right now just because the winds are a little bit too light and we do have to get there. We'd like to be there in the dark. I'm sorry, before it gets dark. And just a little distracted by all the fish action over here on the side. And waiting to see what's going on.
Sharks.
Carla says it's sharks.
Sharks. Gotta be sharks.
And you know it's warm because Carla's reading a book and the cockpit's open. So, inquiring minds would like to know. Are they big fish? Are they little fish? What kind of fish are they? I guess they've all got away now. I was wondering if a whale was dragging them to the surface. I don't know. So anyway, so back to it. So we're trying to get in there before dark tonight. So we want to knock off a few miles. In the background you can see Catalina Island and Avalon. San Clemente Island over here, which belongs to the Navy. They do their Navy exercises over there, so we want to stay away from there. Live fire activities going on right now in the distance, although still a long, long ways away from us, so we're all clear.
We arrived at approximately 3 o'clock, which provided us enough time to be able to navigate the channels to our first anchorage. San Diego Harbor controls all the anchorages within the harbor, and most anchorages carry restrictions on time limit as well as availability. Our stay in San Diego included a quick trip to Vancouver, BC, so we are going to need approximately 21 days in the harbor. Our first stop will be Glorieta Bay, then Playa Anchorage, and finally the Shelter Island Public Dock to ensure Gargoyle was going to be secure as we headed north for a few days. Our stay in San Diego started midweek, so we were able to secure a spot in Glorieta Bay as the demand for the anchorage is typically for the weekend. A stay in the anchorage is allowed for 72 hours at no charge starting at 9 a.m. on the first day. The anchorages within the bay are all free of charge, and we did see the harbor master monitor the anchorages during our stay within the harbor. The channel through the San Diego harbor is definitely a hectic one, and along the way to our anchorage we were asked by Warship 9 to clear the channel to allow them and their escorts to pass by. Of course we obliged. We cruised under the Coronado Bridge for the final turn into Glorieta Bay just before sunset. Once we tucked in, we enjoyed our first calm anchorage leaving British Columbia. And then at 8 a.m., this happened. Colors is a Navy tradition started by the Royal Navy in 1797 and has been an adopted practice by the U.S. Navy since 1843. There is a ceremonial hoisting of the flag at 8 a.m. with morning colors followed by attention and the playing of the national anthem. At the completion of the anthem, the short carry-on is sounded. At sunset, colors is played with the lowering of the flag and completed with retreat for the evening. one more.
Should be.
San Diego is the home of the United States' second largest surface base and is the principal home port for the Pacific Fleet, with approximately 46 U.S. Navy ships as well as other research and auxiliary vessels. The total base's population has 24,000 military personnel and over 10,000 civilians. So it's a beautiful day in San Diego's harbor. You'll notice we're really close to shore here. Really close to shore. So close to shore, we think that maybe Sammy might go for a swim. Should be a deserter, right, Sam? And yes, we seem to be a little too close to shore. So the tide is supposed to be coming in around 6 o'clock tonight. So we're just going to watch, and as soon as we get 7 feet under our keel, we're going to go anchor over there, where there's a little more depth for our boat. Lessons learned. Anyways, we've got the chain pulled relatively tight to make sure we don't drift further in when the tide comes up, and it'll keep us offshore a bit. And we should have a 4-foot tide around 6 o'clock, so hopefully in the next 2 or 3 hours we'll be able to pull off. So it is now 5 o'clock, and you'll notice Gargoyle is a little bit further away from the shore. The tide came up about 2 feet so that we could get her off the bottom, and we are now anchored again in 19 feet of water. So we're at the front of the pack, probably where we should have been anyways, to make sure we have enough depth. We're really enjoying this anchorage. It's super quiet. And tomorrow we're going to do some shore exploring now that we're off the bottom of the ocean. She's been here for 2 days now. Great little anchorage, really full. Supposedly you can only spend 72 hours here. So all these boats should move tomorrow with us, but we'll see if that happens, because it looks like some of them have been here longer. But great anchorage, a little bit noisy with the city noise, but as you can see, dead calm, and great atmosphere. They've got the Navy base over here, so you get to hear the trumpets play, and then the Yacht Club, and of course the Coronado Hotel down there, which we're gonna go visit later today. Yep.
A long way still.
50 feet? No, I have to continue to paddle. Paddle. The Hotel del Coronado, also known as the Hotel Del, is one of the few surviving examples of American architecture of the wooden Victoria Beach Resort. It was opened in February of 1888 and has hosted presidents, royalty, and of course, many Hollywood celebrities throughout the years. Notable guests such as Thomas Edison, Marilyn Monroe, Babe Ruth, up to the stars today such as Madonna, Brad Pitt, and Oprah have stayed in this beautiful resort. We would definitely recommend a walk through this majestic hotel and hit the taco shop for a delicious taco with a homemade cocktail on the beach.
So this morning we're changing our anchorages. You can only do 72 hours in the San Diego Harbor anchorages. So moving over from the anchorage at Glorieta Bay to La Playa, which is in Shelter Island. So interesting change. You'll notice as we're going the different warships. That of course is the Midway, which is the last of its series that came out after World War II and has now been made into a museum here in downtown San Diego. As I scan across, you'll see one of the Nimitz class, which was current until they just came out with the Gerald Ford class of aircraft carriers. But this Nimitz class carrier is the Theodore Roosevelt, and her nickname, of course, named after Teddy Roosevelt and the Rough Riders. So
we You're entering Shelter Island. U.S. Customs dock is right at the entrance right here. Here is all the marinas. We're gonna tuck in way down at the end and an anchor. We moved over to the Shelter Bay area for the remainder of our stay. First stop is La Playa Anchorage, where you can anchor for free from Friday 9 a.m. till Monday 9 a.m. After the weekend, we moved Gargoyle over to the San Diego public dock for 2 weeks to secure her while we made a quick trip back to Vancouver. So we're just tucked in here with all these other boats. Great anchorage, really nice and quiet, and everything is super handy because this is Shelter Island, where all the yacht brokers and all the marine stores are. So we've been here for a day. We visited some friends yesterday, and today we're gonna do some shore excursions, probably buy some provisioning and stop at the marine store to get some other stuff. So we are in La Playa Cove. A little windy today, but we have found ourselves surrounded by all of these dinghy sailors that are just having a great time out here because the wind is perfect for them. We've got a couple emergency boats that are helping them out when things go wrong. The best thing is they have a parents dock right over there. That's right. All the parents are sitting over there with their sippy cups, just watching the youngins play. This is what happens on a Sunday at the San Diego Yacht Club. Uh-oh. We have trouble over here. We have a dinghy on the rescue. What happened?
Keyboard fell off. Keyboard handle stripped off.
Do you want to use ours instead? Okay. We were relaxing on a Monday morning when Flipper appeared, or at least we think so. So we are at the San Diego public dock on Shelter Island. You can kind of see Gargoyle, kind of see her little butt right there, with a whole bunch of people from the Baja and a few people from San Diego. We are in the very north tip of the peninsula that shelters Shelter Bay. So really great location, really affordable. It's like $1 a foot. So and we're right by the Harbor Police, so we feel safe. And we're gonna go to a resort next door because they have meatloaf and Manhattans for $15. We're gonna go check it out. Welcome to the Diana. No, we are officially lost in the Konakai parking lot.
Think a place that caters to super yachts would have better signage. The marina.
Everybody's getting ready for Halloween, honey. Ooh. Ooh. Check out that marina gate. The search continues. But we think it's over there where the lights are. I think that's a conference center.
This is the restaurant here.
This is the restaurant? This is the conference center.
Is it?
Look at this big yacht over
I think
here.
we're going to be eating on our boat here in a moment.
We're getting closer. Haha. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, boats. Are you getting warmer?
Outdoors? I'm figuring air
Are we getting hot? Are we getting hot?
Is this vessel?
Restaurant.
think so.
You want to sit at the bar?
Hello, how are you? All right.
Recording?
It's recording.
Okay, cool.
Awesome, thank you.
Gargoyle's bottom paint is now 10 months old, so we decided to give her a little hull scrub. We missed grabbing a video of Diego Silva, but wanted to thank him for an amazing job on Gargoyle's hull. If you want to look him up in San Diego, you can find him on Instagram or Facebook at Hull Diving SD. Thanks, Diego, for giving our home a fantastic belly scrub.
So for some reason, our audio didn't take for this video clip, so I think it probably went something like this. So now we are in the Shelter Island public docks at the police docks, and as you can see, a number of boats around us, mostly part of the Baja Haha crew that's going to head south down to Cabo. As I scan around, you'll see over here is the Kona Kai Resort. This is where we went for our drinks and cocktails. Fantastic stop over there. We bailed out for the police docks because Kona Kai wants $5 a foot per night there. And here I'm chatting with Carla and likely asking her if she's ready to go to Mexico and leave the expensive anchorage here behind. And as you can see, she really is. So was Dean. You can hear Dean in the background also. But a great stay here at these docks.
We headed out for Mexico with the sunset to allow enough light to navigate the San Diego harbor and for a mid-afternoon arrival in Ensenada. A couple hours later, we were greeted by a helicopter as we said farewell to the United States as we crossed into Mexican waters.
We are in the dark, as you can see. And we are just crossing the U.S.-Mexico border. San Diego's back there somewhere.
Not to be confused with the border between Mexico and Colorado.
Somewhere on this thing is a night thing. Where's the night thing?
It turns it all green.
Night.
Ooh. Sasquatch, Steve, it's a Sasquatch.
Turn it off. About as far as I can go, hun.
I swear, flip her lips. Hey, baby, going my way.
Over here. How about over here? How about over here? Over there? Stupid night thing. Night. It's a night thing. Yeah, where's your phone?